Look, I'm gonna tell you something that might sting a little, but you need to hear it. After working with hundreds of contractors for the last 8 years, I've discovered the single biggest reason most of them flush marketing dollars down the toilet. It's not because digital marketing doesn't work for contractors. It's not because my market is different. And it's certainly not because you can't compete with the big boys who have deeper pockets. The brutal truth, most contractors are handing over their marketing decisions to people who shouldn't be making them. Period. Here's what I mean. As a contractor, you will never let your office manager decide which $30,000 piece of equipment to buy. You wouldn't let your receptionist negotiate a commercial lease. And you sure as hell wouldn't let your brother-in-law handle your finances just because he's good with numbers. Yet, every day, I see contractors handing over the entire marketing future, the very lifeblood of their business, to employees who aren't qualified. Agencies they barely vetted, or worse, nobody at all. My name is Mauricio Cardinal with Contractor Marketing Pros, and over the last 8 years, we've worked over 400 plus contractors in the home services industry and have generated over 175,000 inbound leads and 500 million in sales for our clients. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our weekly contractor marketing content. Let me tell you how this disaster usually plays out. Scenario number 1, you're busy running jobs. So you tell your office manager to find us a marketing company. She Googles contractor marketing, calls 3 companies, and picks the one with the smoothest salesperson. 6 months and $20,000 later, you're wondering why the phone isn't ringing. Scenario number 2, you hire an agency after a 30-minute call where you don't even participate. You have no clue what they're doing, but you're paying them $5,000 a month. 3 months in, you don't see immediate results, so you cancel everything. Then you tell everyone marketing doesn't work. Scenario number 3, you've been through 4 different marketing companies in the last 2 years. Each one promised the moon. Each one failed to deliver. And somehow you still think it's their fault, not yours. Listen, I recently watched a contractor with a supposed $100 million business completely torpedo their marketing. We built them a beautiful SEO optimized website that was already generating leads and ranking for competitive keywords. But the owner never even bothered to understand what we were doing or looking at the reports we sent. 6 months in, they fired us because they weren't seeing results, despite the hundreds of leads we were generating. Their sales team was dropping the ball, but guess who got blamed? Then get this, they hired another agency to build another website. 8 months later, I checked in on them again. They had built a 3rd website in under a year. Their traffic completely had tanked. They were worse off when they started. Why? Pure ego and ignorance. The owner refused to understand even the basics of what he was buying. This isn't an isolated case. I see this exact pattern play out every week with contractors across the country. You wouldn't let a subcontractor pour a foundation without inspecting their work, would you? So why are you spending 5 to 10% of your revenue on marketing without even understanding what the hell you're buying? And here's something else that drives me crazy. Contractors who spend thousands on marketing but aren't even ready to handle the leads they get. Let me ask you something. What happens when someone calls your company right now? Go ahead, call your own office and see what happens. I guarantee sometimes you won't like what you discover. Try this experiment. Call 5 plumbing companies or HVAC companies in your area right now. I bet 1 or 2 will actually answer the phone. And out of those 2, maybe 1 or 2 will sound professional and ready to help. The rest, straight to voicemail. Or worse, someone who answers who sounds annoyed that the phone is ringing. They have no idea how to qualify the lead, no process for scheduling, and certainly no way to track where that lead came from. This is insanity. You're about to spend thousands on marketing to make the phone ring, but you haven't even figured out who's answering it. Before you spend a single dollar on marketing, get your house in order. Who's answering your phones? Are they trained properly? Do you have a script for common questions? What's your process for scheduling estimates or inspections? How quickly do you follow up with leads who leave messages? Are you tracking which leads came from which marketing sources? I had a client complain for months that our marketing wasn't working. When we audited their process, we discovered they weren't answering 68% of the calls we were generating. 68%. Those leads were going straight to a generic voicemail, and they were only returning calls 24 to 48 hours later. Meanwhile, the competitor across town was answering calls until 8 p.m. had a live chat on their website, and followed up within 5 minutes of any missed call. Guess who's now dominating the market? Fix your lead intake process first, then worry about generating more leads. Here's a solution, and it's going to require you to swallow your pride and admit something. You need to get educated about marketing. I'm not saying you need to become a marketing expert. I'm not saying you need to learn how to build websites or run Google ad campaigns yourself. What I am saying is that as the owner, you need to understand the basic strategies that work for contractors in 2025 and beyond. You should understand also roughly how much should these strategies cost, what realistic timelines for results look like, how to measure if your marketing is actually working. Here's my prescription for every contractor who is serious about growing their business. First, show up to the damn demos and sales calls with marketing agencies. This isn't something you delegate. This is your business future growth we're talking about. Second, be involved in the onboarding process. Ask tough questions. Make them explain their strategy in terms you understand. If they can't explain it clearly, they're either hiding something or they don't understand it themselves. Third, understand the timeline. SEO takes 6 to 12 months to show serious results. Anyone promising overnight rankings is lying to your face. PPC and local service ads can generate leads faster, but they also require optimization time. Fourth, learn how to read basic marketing reports. Know the difference between impressions, clicks, leads, and sales. Understand what a good cost per lead looks like in your industry. The contractors who win with marketing aren't the ones with the biggest budgets. They're the ones who take ownership of their marketing strategy. I've seen contractors with a modest $3,000 monthly budgets crush competitors spending $20,000 a month, all because they took the time to understand what they were buying and held their agencies accountable. Look, your marketing is too important to delegate completely. You don't need to do it yourself, but you damn sure need to understand it. Stop blaming agencies for your failure to lead. Stop firing marketing companies after 3 months because you don't understand how SEO works. Stop rebuilding your website every year because some new agency told you that's what you need. Instead, invest a few hours learning the basics. Be present in the hiring process. Ask the right questions. Monitor the results. The contractors who do this are the ones buying new equipment, hiring crews, and opening new locations. The ones who don't, they're the ones complaining that marketing doesn't work while the competitors eat their lunch. The choice is yours. What's it going to be? If you're ready to stop wasting money and start generating real results from your marketing, here's what I want you to do right now. Head over to contractormarketingpros.net and grab our free Contractors Marketing Mastery Guide. This isn't some fluffy BS. It's the exact framework we use to help contractors understand and take control of their marketing decisions. Look, you don't need to become a marketing genius. You just need the right roadmap. We've helped hundreds of contractors go from marketing disasters to dominating their local markets. And we can help you too. Go to contractormarketingpros.net right now, download the free guide, and take the first step toward marketing that actually works. The successful contractor I already have. Are you next? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our weekly contractor marketing content.